Welcome, Aitsa viewers. I'm coming to you all the way from Uppington, standing on top of the mighty and a rapid flowing Orange River. But that is a story for another Aitsa episode. It's good to be back and to be in your company. Get ready for your weekly dose of Aitsa. Take your seats, sit back and relax, want hier kom nog 'n lekker ding show met 'n difference.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us. Something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
We start off with a visit to Rosh Pinah, where we meet the owner of Amica Guesthouse, Lipitwa Nghiwanapo, who tells us about how the cozy retreat offering warmth and comfort in the heart of Namibia's south has grown into a welcoming haven for travelers exploring the region.
Lipitwa, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
Please tell me a little bit about Amica Guesthouse. So I would like to know, when did you guys get started, and does the name mean anything specific?
Okay, so Amica Guesthouse started in the year 2004.
Okay.
So Amica Guesthouse is situated in Rosh Pinah, as you know.
Yes.
In a mining town. Okay. So Amica Guesthouse actually belongs to Scorpion Zinc Mine.
Okay,
Yes.
so it is one of the mine's guest houses.
It is one of the mine's guest houses, and it has, like I said, it's been operational since 2004.
Yes, you guys are full-grown adults now.
Yes,
21 years old.
21 it is. 21 it is. So Amica, basically, the meaning of Amica, it comes from a Latin word.
Okay.
Meaning basically it's a home away from home.
And that's why your guys, I assume that's why your slogan is, where every guest is a privilege.
100%.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were incredibly friendly. The whole team, from the moment we walked in here, it's just been kindness, and they've been very, very helpful. So, Rosh Pinah, friendly place to be, guys. So, tell me, can you share a little bit about the types of accommodation you guys have? What can guests expect?
All right, so currently at our guest house, we've got 10 standard rooms as well as 7 self-catering units, okay? So the self-catering units, I'm just going to touch on that one a little bit. The self-catering units, it's a 3-bedroom unit, fully furnished with 2 bathrooms as well. It has an entire garden with a braai area. So it's ideal for either bigger groups, families, and
Yes, part of our group is actually staying in one of the self-catering units, and it is lovely because, like you say, it's fully furnished, everything is there. So those of you, especially if you're going on a camping trip, and then at some point, wife or the children go, please, can we just stay in a normal place tonight? Then this is your place, because everything is already there, and the fact that there's still a garden, and you can be fully self-sustainable with the braai area and the kitchen, so that's really cool. But I know that you guys also have a bar and a restaurant.
Yes.
So would the self-catering guests also be able to come
100%. So it is open to the self-catering as well. In fact, our rate also includes breakfast as well for those that are self-catering. Yeah, so you basically have that option as to whether you want to have breakfast with us or whether you would like to
prep it yourself.
Well,
no way. If someone's willing to do it for me, by all means.
Yeah.
All means.
Yeah.
And tell me, you guys obviously have this stunning swimming pool. pool, which I assume comes very much in handy on those very hot summer days.
Yes. You are in the south after all.
Yo,
eh?
it's so hot, but
yeah.
it is really, really lovely to just be able to come have a dip. And then there's obviously the big chase area. So I can imagine
Yes.
families also feel very welcome because there's a lot for the kids to do. Mom and dad can take a breather. But tell me, do you guys get a lot of tourists? Do a lot of people visit Rosh Pinah or?
Yeah, there are quite a number that come through.
Okay.
A lot from South Africa.
All right. From the St. Drift side?
From St. Drift side.
Okay.
From St. Drift, from Northover as well.
Okay, yeah, because you guys aren't far from there at all.
Yeah, we're not far from there, especially those that come via Fish River.
Yes.
From the Fish River
that
side.
makes sense, yes.
From Oranjemont's border, we've got a lovely road that leads towards Oranjemont as well. So, so that's basically,
Okay. Yes, we were quite
tourists.
spoiled, and we managed to cross the border at St. Drift just so that we could also see what it's about and explain it to our viewers. So that was very cool. And then it obviously got me thinking that you must have quite a lot of people, because you guys are the first town from there, the first normalcy, if I can put it that way.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you guys obviously get a lot of business travelers.
Yes, 100%. We've got a lot of business travelers, obviously due to the mine.
Yes.
So we've got a lot of visitors for the town, for the various companies that are also established within the town and around the town as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So close places that people would usually go visit if they were to come visit Rosh Pinah.
Okay.
Like what are some of the must-do things in the area?
Definitely, you've got to do the nature walk through the desert. That you've got to do. Self-guided, but it's beautiful.
Okay. Early morning, I assume, because it does get very, very warm.
Early morning, late afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sunset would be stunning. We all love a Namibian desert sunset. They are beautiful.
Yeah. And then also, you could also cycle through the desert as well. We also have,
yes, that's a huge thing in Namibia, especially these days with the fat bikes.
Yes. And then we also have the Geo Center.
Okay.
The Geo Center is located in town as well, where you can see the different stones.
Yes, obviously they would have to bring the mining into
within the area.
Okay, very, very cool. Now I would like to, if you don't mind, us getting to know you a little bit better. Tell me, how did you end up in the tourism industry, and are you Namibian? Were you born in Rosh Pinah? Give me the whole story.
Give me the whole tutu.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Namibian.
Okay.
Born and bred in the south of Namibia. I grew up in Oranjemont.
Oh, my dad was born there.
Oh, wow.
Small world.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so I grew up in Oranjemont, and then I completed my high school in Windhoek.
Okay.
And then I went to NAST and I studied hotel management.
Okay, so tourism has always been part of your life. You've always been interested in it.
So I studied hotel management. I've worked at quite a number of establishments throughout the country.
Okay.
In Namibia.
So you've got a lot of experience, which always helps. I think it is very important that people involved in the industry have either grown up there or had different experiences so that they know what to offer, but also what not to offer.
Yes, exactly. So after working, I've worked in a couple of hotel lodges, accommodation setups. And then I've also worked at one of the largest tour operators. Oh, so that's where I basically got a roundup of the industry, if I can put it that way.
Yes, you have to learn quickly.
Yes, and from there, then I found myself in Rosh Pinah, back in the south again.
Oh, yeah, you clearly love the south. You're a girl of the south. It's your place.
Yes.
And tell me, do you travel a lot in our country? Because you've said you've worked all over.
Yeah.
So I assume, being in the tourist industry, you also enjoy being a tourist yourself.
Yes, absolutely I do. I travel quite, I try and at least do 2 trips a year.
Oh, lovely.
My favorite destination is the Zambezi region.
Okay.
I've actually worked there for quite some time in the past. The Zambezi region, as well as Sossusvlei. 2 very polar opposites. Sossusvlei, I understand, it feels like it's close to home, it's dry, it's the desert, but then the Caprivi, we all know is it's lush and it's green and it's humid. I also spoke to someone else the other day that just said it's such a stark contrast to the south, just because it's a living, it's a moving, there's things. So depending on what you want, do you want to switch off, then desert side, but if you want to do activities and you want to be busy, then Zambezi is your area. And tell me, have you
traveled overseas before, or is that still on the bucket list?
Yeah, there's still quite a few places on the bucket list.
The whole world, the
yeah,
map.
Yeah,
that's my bucket list.
Yeah, but I've done America. I was in the
Okay.
States for a bit of time. I actually did a bit of work there
Okay.
as well.
Also in the tourism industry.
Also in the tourism industry. And yeah, that's basically that.
Okay, and tell me what you learned on that side. Was that, could you bring that home, or is it not really applicable to us?
Not really applicable because they're a bit more advanced than us.
Okay.
However, I could basically, from what I learned on that side, I could apply on the side, especially with relations.
Yes.
Relations with the various...
Yes, the basics of
Yeah.
customer service
Yeah.
and how you would speak to people or not speak to people,
Yes.
what they want, what they don't
Yeah.
want. I understand, yes. We also have one of our other Enjoy clients, she had the exact same story. She said her and her family went backpacking in Europe because she wasn't planning on getting into the tourism industry at all. Went backpacking and just realized what we have here, they don't, or we don't have what they have there, and she thought this is an opportunity to bring it in.
Yeah.
But she also learned a lot, both like what you've said, what you should be doing and what you also shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And just with customer service
Yeah.
and what people expect. So I do think, although the world is really large, there
Yeah.
are certain things that make it small and certain concepts that just will never change.
Yeah, totally agree with you on that.
Well, guys, you have heard it all. You know, when you are passing through Rosh Pinah, Amica Guesthouse is definitely your stop. Amazing food, super friendly staff, crystal clear swimming pool. And as Lipitwa has said, you can go see some of the stones at the mine, get to know the actual area that you're in, and then you can have a lovely sunset walk.
Now you know where you can stay if you are planning to visit Rosh Pinah, a small, quaint town with an interesting history stretching back more than 100 years. Up next, we bring you the final installment of the Novanam-produced documentary titled The City Born from the Sea, which tells the story of Captain Nelago Kwedhi, the first woman in Namibia to qualify as a fishing vessel captain. Enjoy!
To ensure that the fish market continues to make Elizabeth's customers happy, someone has to get the fish out of the water.
We are here at the net store where we get our fishing net, and here are the net which made by hand, and these are some of the people who knows more about this interesting job.
Thomas Pietrus has been sewing fishing nets for 20 years. He's been here since the workshop was created, and another 8 craftsmen like him help make the nets. Years ago, they were manufactured and repaired in Spain. Today, they're all manufactured and repaired here. Materials have been improving to reduce consumption and help the sustainability of fishing. The nets are not the only thing that has changed. Innovation is essential if you want to advance. Unlike diamonds, fish are here to stay, and the boats will go out fishing tomorrow. The arrival of the fishing industry in Luderitz brought with it jobs for many people, some of whom hold positions of great responsibility in the company.
How must I do?
Hi Nelago, how are you?
I'm good.
Very well, thank you.
Okay, let me introduce you to my boss. It's Mr. Edwin Kamatoto. It's the director of the company I am working for.
Now, as Namibians, as Nelago is putting it, we have opportunities to work for the fishing industry. And when you work hard, you are dedicated, you are committed to the company that you are working for, you are able to make it high, and you will be able to fly high.
Brigitte also worked in Novanam for several years. She worked her way up from the bottom with unwavering determination. Now she's deputy mayor of the city.
I'm excited about the growth of this town. And as I've mentioned, the fishing industry, we mainly rely on our fishing industry. And I can just say the future looks definitely bright for Luderitz.
Not only does the local community of Luderitz prosper, women like Nelago are taking the initiative.
We must get away from the syndrome that we think that men must be in charge. And also, what I want to add is, in Luderitz, ever since independence, there has always just been women as mayors in charge of this town. So I believe women is the ones that can take business, the town, industries to the next level.
Here, everyone talks about the future, a future based on fishing. A prosperous city led by women. One that sets an exceptional example for the entire African continent. Maybe this is the best possible legacy that Nelago's son could inherit.
I would teach my son Innocent to respect the elder and nature, because we all will become elder and we all belong to nature. So it is a way to respect ourselves.
Luderitz, this is my town. Whenever I am in this place, I think the ocean here be calling me all the time.
At the sea's edge, Nelago has found her vocation. It's time to follow the call of the ocean.
I have worked hard for 16 years. Now, I work as a first officer of a fishing boat. I have also the title of a ship captain. I am the first female Namibian to have this title. And I was born in a place where people have hard seen the sea.
The crew of the Kamali will have to spend several days on the high seas, and their safety on board is paramount. All of them practice emergency maneuvers. People come before fishing. The crew of the Kamali extend the Tory lines. These lines will scare the birds so that they don't get caught in the nets. The fish caught by the Kamali will be distributed all over the world, and it will no doubt help the economy of Namibia.
The men who work on the boat don't go fishing for hike or horse mackerel. They go out to fish a future, to prosper.
Although the use of liquid ice in the freezer vessels is undoubtedly an important advance, Pescanova will go down in history for being the first company to deep freeze fish on board, and for revolutionizing the future of fishing in the 60s with the creation of freezer ships worldwide. However, advances in the fishing industry and improvements to the boats pale into insignificance alongside the perseverance of certain individuals. Nelago is the epitome of personal achievement, and her example is an inspiration for many men and women in her country.
As I got this title as a captain, so it's more a privilege to me, and yeah, I love working with men because I'm a strong woman. Still, I love it and I like it and I'm enjoying. You see, now I'm in the middle of the ocean and I'm enjoying myself because there are less people who get this honor and title.
I'm very excited about women taking the lead, with Nelago Kwedhi being the first female in the fishing industry. Therefore, I would really like to encourage the young girls to take a stand and to take the lead.
We are indebted to the sea. Every day there's someone out there on the water, looking for so much more than just a plate of food on the table.
The sea has blessed us with fishing. is why we must respect the inhabitants of the sea, seeking balance with our planet.
This isn't a story about fishing. It's a story about people. And about a city in southern Namibia that managed to be reborn from the sea. A city that conquered its own destiny because its protagonists decided to follow instead the course of their own dreams.
I am Nelago, it means lucky. I have been looking for my own path in life and learned that lucky only appears when you work very hard and trust yourself.
An inspiring and proudly Namibian story indeed. Captain Kwedhi is a living example of the empowerment of women in Namibia. And being a fisherman myself in a former life, I say much respect and smooth seas and sailing to you, Captain, my captain. We now bring you an important message about foot and mouth disease.
Foot and mouth disease is a notifiable disease in Namibia under the Animal Health Act and is among the most contagious animal diseases in the world. It affects cloven-hooved animals such as cattle, sheep, goats, pigs, and some wildlife, causing painful mouth and hoof wounds that stop animals from eating and moving. For Namibia, FMD is more than an animal health concern. It threatens our national economy. Only a third of our red meat is consumed locally. The rest relies on international export markets. If FMD enters Namibia, exports stop immediately. Rural economies collapse, jobs are lost, and the financial impact reaches billions. A major risk comes from people unknowingly carrying the virus. It can cling to shoes, clothing, car wheels, hands and equipment, and survive for days in the airways of a healthy person. Animal products are even more dangerous. Raw or processed meat, milk, and other dairy products can all carry the virus. Cold temperatures do not destroy it. It even survives in fridges and freezers. Only prolonged high heat reliably kills the virus. For this reason, Namibia's veterinary services enforce strict biosecurity at all points of entry. No meat, dairy, or other products from cloven-hooved animals may enter the country without a valid veterinary import permit. Shoes and vehicles will be disinfected, vehicles may be searched, and any unpermitted products will be confiscated and destroyed. This is to protect the entire country. Namibia is one of only 4 African nations officially free from FMD without vaccination. A valuable status that gives us access to premium global markets. Losing it could take years to restore. When traveling to Namibia, keep our animals safe. Do not bring in meat or dairy products without a veterinary import permit. Cooperate with veterinary officials and disinfection measures. Everyone shares this responsibility. We welcome you to Namibia. Enjoy our beautiful country and our world-class produce. Your support protects our economy and it protects our future. For more information, contact your nearest state veterinary office or the Import and Export Control Office.
So, the message is clear. Wildlife Vets has called on the public to assist authorities by remaining vigilant. Members of the public who encounter free roaming livestock are urged to take clear photos or videos, record the location and forward the information to their local veterinarian. So, please do your part. Remember, when animals roam uncontrolled, they mix with other herds, move across grazing areas, and travel long distances without supervision. This movement creates the perfect conditions for disease transmission. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode. I'm inviting brands and businesses to make use of Aitsa. If you want to advertise anything, Aitsa is the place for you to go to. Contact Herklas Labuskaghni on 081 688 3606 for your advertising needs. We will be back next week, Monday, same place, same time. In the meantime, stay safe.